Hello again, welcome. Sorry for the slight delay. Here we are without much of introduction. We have Sina Landorff with us. Hi Sina, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm wonderful. How are you doing, Rita?
I'm doing just great, thank you. Can't complain. So briefly, Sina is an experienced communication expert who supports tech companies to implement positive communication. And she trains emotional intelligence. She's going to share some views today about an ever important topic, a positive mindset. So shall we start?
Yes, please.
There we go. Yeah.
So, first of all, I want to start with this presentation or with my talk by giving you a communication advice straight ahead. So, when you start giving a talk or you have a pitch coming up or you're in a negotiation situation, what you can do is structure your talk in why, what, how. This is The Golden Circle by Simon Sinek. And it's a very, very popular communication technique. And honestly, it's used by all the global players in tech, definitely, like Google and you name it. And this is how I would like to start my speech as well. So why am I giving this talk? Honestly, I want you to understand what a healthy, positive mindset is, especially when working in tech. What is going to happen? First, I will introduce myself. Then I will talk about a healthy, or let's say healthy positivity in tech and explain a little bit what's positive and what can be negative about it. Because life is yin and yang, you always have two sides of a coin. And 3, if there's time in the end, there will be a Q&A. How can you participate? First, just lean back and enjoy the show. Feel free to make notes, please. Use the chat to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, just depending on if you agree or disagree, of course. And if you have a question, please use the Q&A section and let me know what you think. If you like my communication style, if you like my mindset, if you feel like getting in touch with me, that's super, super possible. I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm happy to connect with you, okay? Everything clear? So let's get ready to rumble here. Let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Sina Landorff, and in my network, actually, they call me Mrs. Positivity. So yeah. At university, I studied communication and sociology. And by profession, I became a communication expert in tech because I've been working in tech since 2007 by now. And I have given more than 1,000 trainings. The biggest clients I've worked with are companies like Google, E.ON Innovation, and which I'm really, really proud of is the Norwegian Embassy. I work mainly with international teams from all over Europe, the US, Australia, Malaysia, China, India. Well, anyways, enough about me, I would say. Positivity. So when we talk about a positive mindset, right? Everybody might have a different association what that could be. And to avoid communication mistakes, to be on the same boat, let's look at the definition what positive and what mindset means. Because when you are in communication, it's the foundation that you understand the words with the same definition. And I looked at Oxford Dictionary, and I looked at what does positive mean. And it says in the Oxford Dictionary, which is quite a solid source, I would say, it means good or useful. So when I say positive, it means it's good or useful. When I say mindset, and this I found quite interesting, mindset is a set of attributes or a fixed idea that somebody has and that is often difficult to change. I really found this definition quite interesting. Let me bridge that to tech. Because tech, oh my gosh, I mean, I don't know if you want to start working in tech or you're already working in tech, but this is my humble experience with tech. It is all about innovation. It's all about progress. It's all about constant change. You just can't stop it. And it's all about finding new solutions. And therefore, sorry, but you do need a positive mindset. It is quite crucial. And the kind of positive mindset I would like to promote to you comes in 3 steps. Step number 1, accept the things you cannot change and change the things you can't accept. Number 2, from a communication perspective, stop complaining. Just stop complaining and offer solutions. Okay? Number 3, if you don't have solutions, which comes with innovation, the solution is always near. Talk about your vision and ask for help. In tech, I see that a lot. Asking for help is still an issue. So these 3 things are filled with wisdom, but they also need a lot of action steps. It's a lot of emotional intelligence and emotional training to get there. And when we look at the definition of a mindset, it's difficult to change, but not impossible. And that's the mindset you need in tech. Difficult, but not impossible. Look at all the technologies that's been skyrocketing in the last 10 years. Blockchain technology, AI, the latest trends in innovation, robotics, etc., you name it. It's just, there's so much happening and it's cool, it's fun. Change is difficult, but it is happening. And why is it happening? Because of someone with a positive mindset, right? So this is positivity. Now let's look at the advantages and let's look at the disadvantages, because it's always about how we live it, how we execute it. I will give you 8 advantages and I will give you 8 disadvantages of positivity, or let's say of healthy positivity and of unhealthy or toxic positivity. And please feel free to give me a thumb up or a thumb down, depending on if you like my points here. So, 8 advantages. People with a positive mindset have a tendency to have big visions and big dreams. They are thinking in practical steps and how to reach their goals. They enjoy to say yes way more than they like to say no to someone or to a situation. Positive people, they're not really afraid because they see opportunities and possibilities in everything they do. They are motivated and they do have a lot of energy. It's easier for positive people to smile because they feel lighter. And positive people, they communicate, often in a very friendly way, because they're able to see the benefits and the good in people and in a situation. And last but not least, they often come across as fearless. So these were 8 advantages or positive aspects about positivity. But as I said, life is yin and yang. Every sunny side has a dark side. Every day has daylight and moonlight. Let's look at the 8 points I'm going to name about unhealthy positivity. So people with an unhealthy positive mindset, they might have a tendency to ignore the negative. Means they tend to overhear all the warnings. And when something does wrong, they just don't want to see it. They push through and drive themselves even deeper in the mud puddle. People with toxic positivity, they are often blind to their own negative behavior. Means they look at the sun all day long, but they cannot even see their own shadow, that they cannot even see when they are mean. People with toxic positivity, they tend to avoid people with other opinions. Means they only accept supporters and push away people with a different opinion who might disagree and claim them as haters or downers, right? Also people with an unhealthy way of positivity, they have the tendency to overdo themselves. Means they keep telling themselves, I can do this, I can do this, yes, I can do this. Which means they push themselves over the limits. And they might burn out when they have no one else to tell them, you need to calm down. Also people with an unhealthy positive mindset, they often have their head in the clouds, like all the way up. Means they think of the 10th step, but they forget to think of the first step. And then they struggle in creating results. And it can get frustrating. And last but not least, people with toxic positivity have a tendency to judge. Means they are not neutral. They see things in black or white, positive or negative, instead of keeping the eye on a neutral basis. And let's be honest, nobody likes to be judged, right? So this was my little summary based on positive psychology and, of course, my humble working experience working in tech for the last 14 years. Coming to close my session and to head over to our Q&A, I would like to repeat myself. Positivity means, first, accept the things you cannot change and change the things you can't accept. Second, never complain, offer solutions. And third, if you don't have a solution, talk about the vision and ask for help. And always remember, it might be difficult to change the mindset, but it is possible. Difficult, but possible. Step by step by step. Thank you very much for listening. Hi, Rita. Good to see you back.
Thank you. Very good. I was here all the time, just in case people don't know. I was just hidden, but thanks for the great talk. So we have a couple of questions here. There's someone who asks if there's any book that you can recommend for getting a healthy, positive mindset, for example.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, I love everything the Dalai Lama wrote, and there's one guru, Siddharth something. I have to look it up. Please reach out to me and I can send you my book list. I'm also working on a book list right now, which I might be posting in a couple of days on LinkedIn anyways. So just follow me on LinkedIn. I'm all about positivity there. But for sure, the Dalai Lama, look at his face. He is happy. So if you want to follow up on positivity, look at people's faces, and when they seem happy to you, that's the way to go and to follow.
Yeah, that's interesting, especially in the times that we're living, right? Because staying positive during a pandemic and any other difficult times, this is the times we're living now, is not always easy. So Are there any exercises also that you recommend? Anything that you also do in the morning or throughout the day?
Yeah. So be aware of what you like. Just keep your eyes open of everything that gives you pleasure, that you enjoy. Make a list of everything you personally that gives you something like a butterfly or puts a smile on your face. Your favorite music, the favorite food, everything that serves you well, do it. It's important. Don't put up with shit, honestly. That's the secret to positivity. If you are happy, you make other people happy. And being happy is amazing.
Right. And sometimes it's seen as egoistic, right? Put yourself first and take care of yourself first, we've heard. And,
Wait,
if you don't take care of yourself, then...
So I have like a triple dimension on this in decision-making terms. It needs to be good for me for sure, but equally good for others and equally good for Mother Nature. That's the combo of three. If it's only good for me and bad for someone else, it's not going to make you happy. It's not positive.
Right.
Because positive is good and useful. And if it's only useful for me and not useful for someone else, it's not sustainable.
Interesting point. We have a couple of questions now that I'm going to show on stage. Can you see that? So the stress management play an important role in making you think positively?
Yeah. Great question. So I like to say, do you know the Snickers commercial, "You're not yourself when you're hungry"?
Yeah.
It's the same. You're not yourself when you're stressed. Honestly, we change. Stress is toxicity. It is toxic. So stress management, do everything you can do to release the stress, to be aware of your stress level as early as possible. And there's also healthy stress and unhealthy stress. Like right now, I mean, I'm excited. So my body has has stress hormones. But that's I like it.
Yeah.
Like, all day like this. After this talk, I'm happy that it's over then. It needs to be balanced, like everything.
One last question. I'm just checking here on our Q&A tab. How does a positive communication help in enhancing emotional intelligence?
Vice versa. We have to switch it. It is emotional intelligence helps with positive communication, because our communication is triggered by our emotions. So our emotions are the sound. And it's the melody of our words that come out. Our brain gives us the words, the language, but everything else are led by our emotions.
Very good. I think we are going to stop now with the questions. I was just looking. There's a couple of other more, but we don't have time for more, unfortunately. The 20 minutes slots are always flying like that. Once you notice, it's over. Thank you again, Sina, for being here. It was a pleasure.
Sorry for the horrible light. I'm in Zurich right now, and I just got into my hotel room, and I was like, okay, highlight.
I know. It's not very sunny outside, so that it's a little bit like you have the sun in your face, which is not the case in Zurich today. Indeed, it's all gray, but this is very nice. You brought some sun and some light to us in your own way. Thank you very much, everybody, for being so participative, and stay tuned for the next ones. Thank you, everybody.
Ciao.
Bye.